Alrighty, it is Monday. I did not mean to skip Sunday, but I have to go all the way back to Saturday. I'd be more upset if this happened in the middle of the week, but this is the first recording of this week, so I can let it slide. Alright, so Monica got off at 11. She made lunch, and afterward we hit Stater Brothers and refilled the water bottles, and in the process we found a couple of pennies coming back. I spent the rest of the day working on the art for the second extra for chapter 32, and I set up all the drafts for chapter 8 and I printed them all out. So they were ready for Sunday. After that I was exhausted. So on Sunday I woke up at 1:11 I think it was, and I went straight to working on the pages. I kicked Monica out of bed at like 5:30 so we could hit Walmart. And in the process, we only watched half of the beginning of Land of the Illustrious. We didn't finish that episode. We only got as far as Foe's talking to Daya, and that was it. We ended up hitting Walmart. We arrived at exactly 7. We got everything we needed. Oh my god, I was so close to getting eggnog. A part of me feels like I should have just done it, but I don't know. I was so on the fence about it. I don't know how much money I found coming to Walmart. I think I found at least 2 to 3 cents, but I found 22 cents coming back. I found 2 dimes and then 2 pennies on the way home. So we're off to a good start. When we arrived, I went straight to work on the audio, and I was working on the audio at the same time I was coloring in the first page of chapter 8, and I got done at about like 10:30 and I ate lunch. Again, we tried to watch Land of the Illustrious and we stopped at the exact same point, so we still don't know what the punchline of this episode is. It's just that we were doing other things and we really would rather go outside and go for a walk than watch the stupid show. So I went back on at about 1:20, and I spent the rest of the night working on finishing the pages, and I got them done at 4 p.m. At the same time, I was also draining the last of my ink cartridges. I was printing out all the stuff in black and red, and I printed out stuff in black until the black turned red, and then I printed out all this stuff in red until the red turned yellow. So that's all I have left on the cartridge. I ended up popping them out and inserting the ones I bought in November. So I finally have my new cartridges in. I'm debating on whether or not I should get cartridges anyway in January, since I took my sweet time wasting the end of these cartridges, so I'm on the fence. I don't really know if I want to, but I also feel like it's best to just get it and like worry about it later, since I always tend to buy it like every other month, regardless if I need it or not. But it would just be better to wait. Okay, so I woke up at 12:30 a.m. Monday, and I went straight to work on the pages, and I honestly would have gotten them done sooner if I hadn't visited AliExpress. Because like I kept finding all these videos on YouTube of people talking about all the awesome stuff they've gotten on there. Because like recently I've been looking at people who've been like planner people and bullet journal people, and they always talk about the crazy stuff that they get on AliExpress, and I was just like, well, it's either that or Etsy. And like, I've already been to Etsy. I know what Etsy is. But like AliExpress, I don't typically go there. I used to go in the past just to look at some of the fashion they had to get ideas for characters. But that's it. So when I actually went and looked for stationery and whatnot, I ended up finding that a lot of the stuff that you can get on kawaiipenshop.com is there on AliExpress, which like kind of annoyed me a little bit. But yeah, I saw a lot of stuff that I liked. Oh, I ended up pinning it to my Pinterest. So I'll have to go back and take a look at that again. I don't remember what I saved. I know is that if I liked it, I saved it. Okay, so I got off at 4:50. I only managed to set up one of the 3 pages that need to be done today, so I have to go back on in a moment and finish the other 2. And I also need to edit the last 3 audio files and compress the video, so that needs to happen also. So I'm going to do that, and if I can, I want to start chapter 10. I don't know if I'll be able to get to do that though, but those are the things I really want to get done. What else is there? Like I said, I ended up getting off at 4:50. I went for my walk, and I came back and I caught up with all my journals and planners. Upcoming chapter, I believe is chapter 41 is coming out soon, and then Marianne's coming over. We are 6 chapters left of Ho-Hum Needham's extras, and I need to get that stuff done. Alright, then I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Tuesday. I have no idea why, but I couldn't get this phone to turn on at first. I had to charge it, but it was already at 100%, so I have no idea why it wouldn't turn on. Alrighty, I have to go back to Monday really quick. Let's see, I ate breakfast with Monica, and then we finally resumed Land of the Lustrous. This episode had more to do with Daya than it had to do with Bort. The girls are fighting this like super OP Lunarian. I have no idea how they're going to get through this without their master. I figure he's going to come in and save the day in the next episode. As happy as I was to see Daya kicking ass, it upset me that in the end all she did was just multiply the stupid Lunarians. Okay, so we started to watch the next episode of Ballroom, but Monica already finished eating and I wanted her to get back to pages, so I ended up just turning it off. So I got off at 7:10 and I was planning on going back at 8:30. I think what I ended up doing until then was just like catching up my journals. And speaking of news, Australia picked Jessica Mauboy to represent them in Eurovision 2018. This is a big deal because she sang Sea of Flags back in, I think it was like, was it 2015? Oh man, it was already like at least 3 years ago. So, was it 2015 or was it 2014? Shoot, I don't remember because there was the point where I stopped burning Eurovision CDs. Because like I would collect all the songs and I would burn them to a CD, and once I stopped, I lost track of how many years of Eurovision it was. So I know that her song Sea of Flags was on one of the CDs that I burned. So I think it was 2014, not 2015. So yeah, because like 2015 would have been Guy Sebastian, and then 2016 would have been Dami, and then 2017 would have been Isaiah. So I think those are all their names. It's been a while. Okay, so I'm really excited to see her again. She's a really great singer. I can't wait to find out what she's going to send as her song. I hope it's a happy poppy song, not a sad slow ballad, because we've been suffering too many years of ballad vision. Okay, so I went back on at 8:30. I edited the last audio set. I compressed them, and then I queued more chapters to Tumblr. I only queued up to the end of December. Because I'm not really sure of what the numbers or the numbers are supposed to be for next year. I don't know if it should be 01 for next year for January. I'm hoping it is, because like so far I've been able to get 0 and the number for beginning dates for previous months. So I'm hoping that if I do that, then it won't like mess up and accidentally like malfunction and post it straight away. I don't know. I'm worried about it. Okay, so what else happened after that? Took a break at about 10 a.m. and I only went back on at lunchtime. We watched Blendis instead of finishing Ballroom, and I don't know, I feel like I didn't appreciate the amount of them poking fun at the lolly college student. Yeah, her. They're poking so much fun at her to get a boyfriend or to be in a relationship or whatnot, and it felt unnecessary. And then it switched over to the Tsundere girl, and I feel like it didn't really feel like a smooth transition whatsoever. We didn't really make it to all the way to the end, like at the last few seconds or the last few minutes of the episode. We just stopped it. So, and it was having a really hard time loading for some reason. So I'm not sure. I kind of feel like I'm okay with it, but I also kind of feel like I don't really care for this episode. I'm not sure how Blendis is planning on ending. I just hope that it decides to end a little bit more organized than this already. So then after lunch we ended up hitting Vaughn's. We picked up a couple of things and we got home at about 12:30, so I went back on at 1, and I completed all of the artwork for the pages for Monday, all the Monday pages, but I didn't get the text on them, so I have to do that when I go back on later today. Let's see, I got off at like 2:30, and then suddenly Marianne called. And remember how she said she couldn't meet us in person on Wednesday, even though Monica was going down there physically in person to get her shot and to talk with the doctor? Marianne suddenly rescheduled to 9 in the morning. Our meeting isn't going to be at 10:30. It's going to be at 9, so we have to leave at about like 8ish or so. We typically try to be there between like 7 and 8, so we can do some things like go to Sprouts, pick up things, go to Target, or to go to Michael's or whatever, and just do whatever. So yeah, we're probably gonna do that. I don't know if we're gonna need to buy any more chicken. We typically do while we're there. We get like some type of like meat product or whatever that we can only get at Walmart. I have to go back through the refrigerator to see what we have. Alrighty, so this is more about this morning, I feel like, because like when I opened up the door, we have a flyer stuck in the door announcing that there's going to be a tree decorating event on the 13th, and it's going to be at 3 p.m. So by the time we're done with the day, we should be able to go to it. But the thing is, it says bring your kids, and Monica and I don't want to have to hassle with tripping over other people's kids. So The kids have always made the previous events kind of like less exciting for us because the kids are so all over the place and disorganized and loud. So we're thinking about skipping out on this, even though it sounds like a good idea. Alrighty, so this morning I woke up at 1:30. I was so mad because, like, for me, on time is at least 12:30. And I got up, I started the pages, and I also set my video to compress its last compression. And the compression did not finish until like 5:20, so I didn't go for a run as soon as it was 5. And I completed the pages at like about 5:30, and I got off and I went for a walk at technically it was 5:50. So when I got back, I think it was like 6:20, and Monica was already done making food. So we ate breakfast. We did not bother watching Ballroom. We actually talked about dropping it because it's no longer enjoyable. And so I figured that we're not going back from this point. We're not longer watching Ballroom. We're just watching Nithoju's already over. What else is there to watch besides Nithoju? I think just Blendus? Oh god. Did we really just narrow it down to Blendus and Land of the Illustrious? That is sad. Oh man, that's like everything that we were watching and looking forward to. Is there anything else besides Blendus and Land of the Illustrious we're still watching? Wow, I can't believe it. After we ate breakfast, we broke up. The pages were already done, so she's coloring them in. So I got off and I took a shower. Since I got off the computer at about like 5:30ish, I want to go back on between like 6 and 7. I don't know what time it is at the moment, but I really think I should go back on very soon because I have to finish those pages and then I have to upload that video. So I'm mostly going to upload the video first and then do the pages afterwards, since the video is pretty much, it takes care of itself. So I'll be doing that in 8-bit. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Wednesday, but I have to go back on Tuesday really quick. So I went back on at 8 a.m. I finished the Monday pages and I loaded them. And then I took a break at between like 10 and 11. And then after that, I retrieved a sketchbook that I had sitting by the window where I put my recording station. I decided to turn it into a 100 fan art challenge book. A few years ago I made this like worksheet of 100 different like prompts, and I ended up writing them all down. Some of them I feel like were kind of redundant. Like I feel like one of them was costume change that is cultural and a costume change that is historical, and I feel like, well, what is the difference between these two? I feel like for historical, it have to be historical for the person who is drawing it, and then cultural would be actually a completely different culture, I suppose. I don't know. I feel like those two can be interchangeable. It really just depends. So, yeah, I already started drawing a couple of pictures in there, and they're just bases. They're not like finished or anything. So I'm hoping I could complete some of this stuff in time to fill the gap between the end of Ho-Hum Deedum and the beginning of Live NPC sequel. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we ate lunch, and then I ended up taking some of these labels that I printed out, because you see I was draining my the last of my ink, specifically the black ink, and I was just printing out all these random labels, and the black ink went from black to red, and then I ended up printing out from red to yellow. So I took those labels and I wrote down all the different books that I have randomly sitting in my closet here, and I ended up pasting all the labels onto the books. So all my journals all the way from 2016 have labels now, and so do my fanfics. I have 4 of them right now. 2 of them are crossovers. One of them is complete, but it's the second book. The first book I lost in storage. I'm so mad about that. The incomplete one I'm mad about too. I kind of want to like turn it upside down and try to write a story on the reverse side of it, but I don't know about that. It makes me so mad to have leftover paper that's not being used. I wonder if I could just cut it out and use it. I don't want to mess with that book right now. And what else did I put labels on? And I put labels on the sketchbook, so each sketchbook has like an identity. The sketchbook I started drawing in, which was an ink only book, and I'm literally just using all my ink pens in it. I'm trying to waste all the ink pens now. And it's basically a junk book. I just write down all sorts of random things and if it come off the top of my head in ink, and it's just a big mess in there. And then the other one's going to be the 100 book, so it's been identified. So I'm using 2 out of the 4 sketchbooks that I bought in the last I'm gonna say last 6 months, but I can't remember when I bought them. So I don't know when I'm gonna need any more sketchbooks. I'm hoping I'm not gonna need them for a while. So yeah, Monica has this big one. It's randomly sitting in there. I don't know if she intends on using it. I kind of want to use it for her, but I'm not gonna mess with it because like last time I had one of those big books, I only used a little bit of it and never used it much because the little ones are just so much more versatile. I went for a walk. I got back at 12:40, so I decided to wait until 1 p.m. to go back on and start working on the pages. I got all the art done, but I did not get the text done because I was really exhausted. So that pretty much ended Tuesday. As for Wednesday, the 13th, this day is the anniversary of my dad's death, and if I can remember properly, he either died the night before and we found out on Wednesday, or if he died Wednesday night and we found out on Thursday. I can't remember which of the two. I think we found out on Wednesday morning that he had died Tuesday night. So other than that, this is more or less when we lost him. So what we had planned to go to do today was go to Fullerton. Monica had to see Marianne, she had to see her doctor, and she had to see the nurse to get her shot. So all those things happened today. I woke up at 1:30. I went straight to working on the pages, but I worked on them very slowly. I wasn't trying to get them done very fast. And the ironic part was I did get ahead a little bit. I drew out specific pictures the day before, and that didn't help me get done any sooner. I ended up finishing 2 pages by 5:30 when I kicked Monica out of bed. And I wasn't in a hurry to finish the last page. In fact, I took it with me to Fullerton. So we ate breakfast. We left at, I think it was like a little bit before or after 7. We arrived at Sprouts. I got more chai tea, and we ended up hitting Target after that. And I found a couple of pennies. I only found like 1 quarter while we were going out. I did find 2 dimes, but I could not get them because they were in the middle of life or death traffic. So I would either have to risk my life trying to get 10 cents, or I could just go without them. And so I ended up having to leave them. It made me so mad. God, because for the second one, I knew I could have gone back, and I just had to wait a little bit to get it, but I was so tired, I just wanted to go home. So I missed out on 20 cents. But other than that, I came home with, I think 20, either 26 or 27 or 28 cents. I can't remember how many pennies I got. I dumped them into the coin bank right now, so I have to go back and count how many I have together. I didn't take the 22 cents I made earlier with me, and I wish I kind of had, because if I had, I would have been able to spend all that at Walmart when we were there. We hit Target. We didn't really buy anything. We just looked at all the stuff they had. Monica was playing with this electronic Pokeball that it's like Akinator. It tries to guess what Pokemon you're thinking of based off of its description. And she said it didn't work the first time because she misjudged the size of the Pokemon she was thinking of. Alrighty, so we ended up going to the Wellness Center after that. I worked on the storyboard for Chapter 9. I also adjusted it because I had like a page and a half, I think, left over for it. And I don't know if I like what I did, because I feel like the action scene, I feel like the panels need to be bigger for that. But I ended up making the panels bigger for the beginning, which makes me feel like it was a bad move. So I want to go back and fix it. It's just I have certain scenes in the setup area that are bigger. So I don't know, I'm kind of frustrated with how I arranged it. So I have to pick certain scenes that absolutely need to be 4 panels because of very little dialogue or whatever. Finished the last page I was supposed to be inking today, and what did I do? And then I ended up brainstorming the next set of extras for Ho Hum Datum. I did the second half for chapter 60, and a random one, I can't remember if it was for 52 or 53, but I think it's 53. That's what it's for. So I have to print those out and then refine those. So many things to do. I still have ones that I'm refining that I haven't finished yet, and I didn't even get a chance to touch them. I gotta do those. I really wanted to get through this before the end of the year, but I'm also going to be knocking some of these out until January. Oh God, I hope I'm not, because like by then I should be doing Eurovision stuff. There's going to be lots of Eurovision things I have to be doing by February. Well, it really just depends, depending what happens to the net neutrality thing. That's tomorrow, honestly. I already found out that Patreon retracted their fee thing because everybody got mad. So yeah, that's not going through, which makes me relieved. That I'm hoping that I keep my last 4 patrons. Went to the wellness center. Monica saw all Marianne, the doctor, and the nurse. She got her shot. We ended up going down to Walmart, and I really wanted to go to Michael's, but I was so tired by that point. It was almost lunch anyway. So we went to Walmart. We picked up food. It surprised me that some of the things that we wanted were not at that other Walmart. At first they don't have the pre-made pancakes that we typically get from them. They're like frozen pre-made pancakes. I know those aren't good for us, but like they've been so good. And every now and then we get Pringles, and they don't have them. They actually don't sell them there. I was so surprised. Like an entire wall of chips, and I can't find the chips I'm looking for. Ugh. So yeah, we ended up heading out after that. And when we got home, I set up the Wednesday pages for Monica, so she's coloring those in right now. It's like midday. Ugh. We ate lunch. I only put text on page 9, but I still have to do the text for page 7 and 8. But I'm so tired. The Christmas tree decorating event is later today. We decided to just try to take a look at it to see how it's gonna be. It's probably gonna be cluttered, but we'll see how it's going. So that's pretty much it. I don't know how much time we have until the decorating thing. Oh, I'm tired. Alrighty then. Upcoming, according to Monica, Marianne is scheduled for us to come down back to Fullerton on Wednesday. Why? What was the point of pushing all of the work into the first 4 days of the week so that way we can clear out Thursday for her appointment? So they're just gonna push the appointments to Wednesday. Sorry, I'm just so angry. Okay, so what else happened? So this weekend for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, I need to work on the script for chapter 10, which still has not happened yet. I have to complete whatever extras I can. I know I have one drawing for 52 I need to do. And I think that's virtually it. I cannot think of anything else aside from printing out what I sketched. And I really, really, really need to get some stuff done. So I'm hoping to get some stuff done. Ugh. Alrighty then. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Thursday, but I have to go back to Wednesday really quick. While I was recording, apparently Tiffy came over to tell Monica that the staff has a new member. I think she's replacing Christy. Is that what her name was? I don't remember. We got to meet her at the tree decorating party. Man, what do I say about the tree decorating party? My God. It was actually a bit disappointing. I mean, Monica and I were practically the only two people putting anything on the tree. The majority of the kids are on their phones playing video games. I have no idea what games they were playing. I think one girl was playing Minecraft. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I haven't actually really seen Minecraft. We've dressed the tree, and we ended up taking those gingerbreads that Monica made off of our wall, and we brought them down to the party, and we put them on the tree. So all the gingerbreads are on the tree. I don't know if they're going to stay there. I don't know if they're going to fall off and get stepped on, or the kids are going to steal them or whatever, or they're going to get thrown out and tossed, or maybe some adults are going to mount them to the walls instead. All I know is that those gingerbreads are out of our control, and they're on their own now. After the party, I went straight to bed. So the next day, on Thursday, I ended up waking up at 3, I think it was like 3:40 or something. I went straight to work, finishing the Tuesday pages because I didn't get to work on them yesterday. I was so busy. So after that, I started working on all the incomplete art that I had. And I got done with all just a single picture. So no actual panels, just single pictures. And the main graphic for the NPC sequel is done. So I'm really happy to announce that. I can't wait to put it up on the on my Patreon when I'm ready. I still have another picture I need to finish. I'm not gonna be able to work on it this week. I also finished the graphic for the second extra for chapter 52, I think. And I ended up printing out the sketches I did for, I think it was the second half of chapter 60 extra 1, I think it was, and then the other one was for chapter 53, I think. So I'm getting really close to finishing 52 and 53. I just need to get these two things done, and I can queue all the way up into 55. I think that's what I have. Darn it, did I have 55 and 56 done? I think it's 56 and 57 I don't have done. So I'm getting really close to finishing this. It's not even funny. I'm so excited. We ended up eating breakfast. We went for a walk. I found 2 dimes. I feel like these dimes made up for the 2 dimes that I missed out on when I was cycling around. yesterday, which makes me upset because I really feel like if I had just gotten those 2 extra dimes, we could have gotten 4 bottles of water. In the end, we took whatever money we had, the quarter that I found, the 2 dimes I found from a few days ago, and then the 2 dimes I found today, and we went out and got water, but that was like after lunch, I think. After the walk that we took after breakfast, we ended up going back on and working on the pages. Monica only got as far as 1 page, and then that's around about when I actually finished that thing. I also finished the graphic for Pasha's profile, but I have to actually make a background for it, and I haven't had a chance to do that yet. So tomorrow I would like to work on the script, but I have to work on the pages for the Wednesday pages because Monica just barely finished the art for them. So I have to call them in and add the text. I'll be doing that tomorrow. I'm thinking about waking up at 1 in order to handle that. This is weird. Okay, so we ate lunch. We went to Sycamore Plaza, and in the plaza, we visited Dollar Tree and we decided to get a welcome mat, because we really need to clean off our shoes when we go walking because we keep stepping on these little fruit berries from trees. I don't know, it looks like caviar. But it just leaves these sticky berries-ness on our shoes. So like I want a mat for that, and the ones that they were selling at Dollar Tree were actually really light and flat, and I tried to buy it, but the stupid machine would not read my chip card. I was trying to get it to read it. I even slid it and it wouldn't take it, and I told them, okay, I can't buy this. And it makes me so upset because it's only a fucking $1. Oh my god. We're gonna try the 99-cent store tomorrow to see if I can get anything from there instead. Cause like, we're mad. We really wanted that welcome mat, and we waited a whole year to get one. All of our neighbors have welcome mats, but we don't. So after that, we refilled 3 water bottles because we only had enough change for 3. And one of the dimes that I found originally the actual machine wouldn't take it. Monica kept having to shove it in there. She kept inserting it and it kept spitting it out. And she kept inserting it and it kept spitting it out until it would finally read it. And it was so difficult. But yeah, we got it to read it at some point. So I think I'm down to just 10 cents now, and I think I have 10 cents with 1 dime and then like 5 pennies. So that's pretty much it. Is there anything else I want to say on the subject? I think that's virtually it. I have Friday and I have Saturday and I have all this stuff to do. I'm mostly going to reserve. I don't do anything for the script on Friday. I'm definitely spending all of Saturday working on the script. I also need to finish adjusting the storyboard. I haven't had a chance to do that. I'll probably do that once I'm done here. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Friday. I woke up at 3 a.m. and then I went straight to work on the last 3 pages of chapter 8. I did not finish them until 7 a.m. We ate breakfast, and then we went to the 99-cent store at Northgate. The 99-cent store does not have welcome mats, the kind you can just rub your feet on. They don't have any, and then that was frustrating. So we're probably gonna have to go back to the Dollar Tree and get that mat that we saw later. I don't know. I'm still annoyed that my card didn't work there. Ugh. In the meanwhile, as we're passing by the new Target that's under construction there, it seems like they've changed the design. The initial design that they had for it is, they used to have it on display on the gates around it, the fences, but they removed it, and now looking at what they've been doing with it, it actually seems like they've deviated the plan of what it should look like. Because like originally, for the original design, there was supposed to be a window that was off to the side, and they ended up knocking out an entire wall for a window to be there. But when Monica and I passed by, they patched it up again, but like they changed their mind completely. That's so weird, huh? Not to mention they ended up putting some steel beams out, so like they're planning on making some type of awning extension or something like that. And we were really surprised because that wasn't part of the original plans for it. So I think there definitely has been a change in direction. As for whether or not they're going to get it done before spring, I don't really know, because like spring is in March, so I'm guessing they're probably aiming for April or May. But at the speed that they're moving, I don't know if it's going to be done by then, because like, I mean, if it would be, then we would see some progress by like January, February. It's probably going to open up just in time for the school supply season, which is kind of saddening, but oh well. We ended up getting water at Northgate after we checked out 99-cent store. We ended up coming home. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention that as we were leaving, I ended up finding a penny in the parking lot. But as I was picking it up, I realized there was a whole slew of change thrown all over the guest parking. And Monica saw some too, so she helped me pick it up. We ended up picking up like I think 6 pennies, a dime, and a nickel. So now we have another 20 cents for water if we want to go get some. I don't know if I want to go later today or tomorrow. It's still early. I mean, it's almost 3 right now, but we typically go to bed at 4. So I'm not sure. Probably won't. A few days ago, we had gotten a flyer saying that they were going to have sprinklers and fire alarm inspections. So that was going on today. I ended up taking a nap between like 9 and 11, I think it was. And that's around about when they said they were going to come by. So the fire alarm went off for a little bit, which was annoying. And then the guy came into our apartment looking at the sprinklers, and he went into the kitchen area, the living room, and then the bedroom. And yeah, he checked everything over. I don't really know how he was supposed to inspect the sprinklers, because all he did was shine a flashlight at them, and they seem like they're in a resting position, because they look like they're supposed to descend, because they seem like they're ascended into the ceiling or something. So like I don't know how he was supposed to inspect them. He just shined a flashlight at them and then walked away. Like, okay, they're there. I'm like, what else? Alrighty, so that happened. We ate lunch. We went to Vaughn's. We picked up a few things, and then we came home. That was more or less everything that happened today. In between both times, I worked on what I could for whatever extras are done. So I finished one of the grand finale extras, which is the baton pass, and I put text on it. So I can load it if I want to, but I would like the other ones to be done first. And then I did the character pull extra. I'm hoping I can get a lot done this following week, because on Monday we're doing laundry. And then Monica has an appointment with the new clinic. I believe it was Tuesday. And then she has another appointment with the clinic on Thursday. We also have an appointment with Marianne on Wednesday. Oh my god, this is going to be a really busy week. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through the pages with how many times we have to leave. It makes me wonder if I should start all the pages early, because like at the speed that we're going to need to work on, I really don't know if we're going to get anything done, because like, let's see, Monica's second appointment happens at like 2, but her first appointment happens I think at 1. I don't really know about this, because like typically 1 and 2 is usually when I'm starting to color. So I don't really know if I'm going to be able to get anything done. I'm going to fall behind, or maybe I should take the week off, because there's just way too many appointments going on. I don't really want to, because I already have all the dates marked for what chapters are going to get done. I don't want to push it back. So I guess I'm going to have to start everything early. I need to finish the script for chapter 10, though. I just barely started it right now. After I was done with working on the extras, I ended up working on that, so I only got like a few sentences in, and that's it. And I'm mad, because like I needed to get more done, and I didn't get enough done based off everything else that happened today. I wish I had more time. So tomorrow's my last day of my weekend, and then I have to start preparing to do the next chapter, which I haven't finished adjusting the storyboard for that yet. So I need to do that. Alrighty then. That's all for today. I cannot think of anything else to say. This is going to be one hell of a week. I will see you in the next one. Alrighty, it is Saturday. Oh my god, I almost forgot to record. It's like really late in the day. It's bad. Oh man. Okay, so I woke up at 3 a.m. I went straight to work on the script for chapter 10. I only got as far as the argument over one of the characters' daughter, and after that I just stopped, because I got sidetracked collecting images for one of the other characters' magic transformations. I'm considering modeling him after Izanagi, but when I tried to do that, the end product came out very underwhelming, and I don't know if I should try to make him look more fantastical or just go with something simplistic. All I know is that I wanted something so much more than this. Alrighty, so we ate breakfast and we watched the special for Netoju, and I feel like it was such a waste of potential. the first thing that happened was that he fixed her computer because her motherboard died, and then they got to play video games with each other. That was kind of cool. I wish they had focused more on that, but they didn't. And then the other thing that happened was a dream sequence. It looked like she dreamed she was playing the game, but he was actually dreaming that she dreamed that she was playing. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Oh God. Other than that, I feel like it was not a fulfilling end conclusion to the series. So yeah, afterward we decided to go refill one of our water bottles since we had 20 cents again. So the first thing we did was we went to find the location where Monica needs to go to her appointment this week. The location is not what we thought it was. I actually had to look for it on Google Maps, and it turns out it's near the Wiener Schnitzel. It's not near the Vons. I'm actually very annoyed. It's closer to State College than it is to I'm forgetting the name of the street. The Anaheim, I think. Yeah, Anaheim. Yeah, the street is literally named Anaheim. Okay, so the location there has a strange gate, so you need to buzz it to get in, and that's about as much as we noted. We have to be there at 1 p.m. and then 2 p.m. 1 p.m. for the first meeting and then 2 p.m. for the second meeting. I actually swapped it when I didn't realize it when I was talking yesterday. Okay, so after we hit Stater Brothers, we refilled a water bottle, and then we went to Dollar Tree the moment it opened. We ended up getting more toilet paper and tissues, and then we also got that mat that we wanted, and then I was so worried that my card wasn't going to work, but we used a completely different cashier lane. So the machine that was taking my card, it was a completely different machine than the last time, so it actually worked just fine. So I got those things. We are strangely protective of that doormat that we wanted. Oh my God, we're afraid to leave it outside. I don't know why. I think it's just the fact that it's so paper thin, and it seems like it's really easy to steal. It only cost $1. I don't know why we're so protective of it. We don't even let it stay outside for very long. We usually keep it indoors. The only one time we left it out was when we went out for a walk. And then we came back, we brought it back inside. It feels so dumb. We just need to clean our shoes, and that's it. Okay, so whatever. We got home at 8, and then I got back on at 9, and we were talking about our pens, what we have left of our pens, because Monica bought these Inkjoy pens, almost 3 years ago now, and some of them were barely just finishing them, and we've been talking about getting a new set of colorful pens to start the new year like we did last year. But then when it really came down to it, we really only liked the G2 series pilot pen, so I suggested to her maybe we should just get refills because I know they sell them. So I went to go check to see if the website had them, because up to this point I only checked and saw see if I only got to see that Amazon had them. Jet Pens also has them. So when I ended up filling up the cart for both Pilot and Jet Pens was offering free shipping if I went to over $8 more than what I had. Pilot, however, had PayPal as an option, and my shipping was already free. So all I had to do was pay tax on it. And the thing that bugged me was just okay, I don't know how much shipping would be for Jet Pens. They didn't say, but the total came out cheaper. Whereas Pilot was offering PayPal, so I chose the Pilot website instead, even though it was a little bit more expensive. But the shipping was already free because it was over $4, and it had PayPal, and I had enough money in PayPal, so I just bought the refills. So I got refills for all my favorite pens. The one that I was nervous about was turquoise, because they had turquoise and teal, and we don't own as far as I know, we don't own the teal pen. In case I'm wrong, I'm gonna have to go back and buy a separate teal, because I kept checking, and every other website said it was turquoise, not teal, that I needed. So I really hope I got the right one. I'm so nervous. So it turns out that aside from teal, there's also periwinkle, and we don't have that one. And there's also forest green, and we don't have that one either. And those all come in a special set that we don't have. I don't believe I've ever seen that set in stores, as far as I can remember. Okay, so to celebrate the new year, we're getting those refills. I also just wanted the refills because I know that I was running out of caramel, because the brown in that line is called caramel. So after that, I went back on at 9. I printed out all the drafts for chapter 9. I'm so worried about getting chapter 9 done because we have so many meetings. I almost feel like I shouldn't go with her, but I kind of feel like I'm most likely gonna be going with her anyway, because I do need some time alone and to just work on extras and whatnot. After that, I went back to work on chapter 10. I felt like I got stuck, so I ended up bouncing my ideas off of Monica. I'm trying to decide if remember how I kept saying that there's 3 sequences in this chapter. There's the character finds out there's a problem, the character learns more about the backstory of the problem, and the character makes a resolution with the character that's the center of the problem. Okay, so I was considering getting rid of the middle part where the character learns about the backstory of the problem and just having it the character reaches a resolution with them anyway once he hears that there is a problem. Because mostly I'm thinking of cutting out that middle part, because every other part after that is the character learning more about the backstory of the problem, because everything that they had initially learned was wrong or incomplete. So my other idea was to just have it that he went in without very little information. And I still feel like it feels wrong to do that, though, to cut out the whole explanation of the backstory, because he at least needs to know something, even in order to find out everything that he knows is wrong or incomplete. So I'm still really frustrated about it. I'm definitely going to go, when I go for my walk tomorrow, I'm definitely going to be brainstorming this, because I'm so stuck on it. And I have been writing out ways to fix it. With using the plot diagram as a diagnosis, because that's mostly what plot diagrams typically are used for. So I'm still in the rising action, where he's in the process of finding out that the reason why he's here is because he's being used. And it makes me mad that I didn't have enough time to finish this week, because I should have been working on this sooner, and I just hadn't been able to get a chance to. So yeah. What else is there? Okay, so if I can get this resolved in one chapter, which I have this sinking feeling I'm probably not going to be able to do, most likely I'm going to have to, this is going to leak into chapter 11 anyway, but I didn't want it to. But I really wanted to introduce the new character by chapter 11, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. After that, we ate lunch, and then we went to CVS. We looked around, and it turns out they actually sell Raffaello by themselves. And what upsets me is that they only have the Raphael. They did not have the, what are they called? Was it Rod Noir? Is that what it was? Which is the dark chocolate Ferrero Rocher product. I don't know how to explain it. It's like Ferrero Rocher is a certain type of chocolate, and this time of the year they have a variety pack with the Renoir and the Raffaello. And I remember seeing 3-pack Raffaellos at discount stores, and they actually had it at CVS. I was really surprised. But they also have what looked like a little like Chinese takeout box of them. So we're thinking about going back later and getting some. It's basically Raffaello Arches coconut. It's really good though. So that's what we did. Okay, so when I got home, I went back to working on chapter 10. I amended some of the things that I wrote, so the scene moves a little bit more smoother, but that's pretty much it. Other than that, I'm still stuck at the same exact spot, and I'm not really sure how to fix it. Because the one thing that was supposed to happen was the character in question is supposed to get mad and leave, and I feel like he needs to leave because the story is kind of clunky if he stays there. But I also feel like, well, if I could cut out that middle segment, that the backstory of what caused everything to happen, then I should be able to operate around it. I don't know. I have to figure it out, because like right now the main character realizes he's being used and he needs to respond to the fact that he's being used, and I have to tread very delicately on it. And we ended up stopping at like about 3 p.m. Oh god, I'm so tired. It wasn't until like right now, I think it's probably 4 right now, I just realized I didn't record and I need to unload the phone because I have to edit the audio tomorrow. Alrighty then. Upcoming, the apartment complex is having a Christmas party tomorrow. The motorcycle Santas are coming. I don't know if I should film that. I had a chance to film it last year, but I didn't. Maybe I should do it this year. I don't know. Oh well. There's going to be food and music and all sorts of stuff. We missed that out last year mostly because we were still mourning Dad and we didn't want to really socialize with anybody. So hopefully we can do other things this time. Alrighty then, that's all for today. I will see you in the next one.